Hello, welcome to my channel. This is going to be my first video, so probably going to be really bad quality, but the main reason for recording is just more documentation of trading. And if I meet anyone in the comments for any reason that has questions or wants to learn more, that's cool as well. So yeah, I've taken two trades this week. One on USD JPY and another one on the German DAX. So I'm going to kind of just run down very briefly the reason for why I entered and yeah, just show you kind of what happened. So it was actually, it was yesterday. So obviously we're on Friday now of the week. I'm someone who likes to obviously, keep it real simple. You want to go with the trend of what is actually happening. So obviously, we're on the daily chart. Price is, for me anyway, uh, aside from this kind of leg here, we are kind of like respecting this level here, and we're moving to the upside. So that was my kind of like first thought. Secondly, is I guess this entry and strategy is more price action. So I'm wanting to see confirmations and good solid moves before I enter. So coming into yesterday morning, we had this very nice candle closure, bullish. So my initial response is I want to be going with that trend, continuation of the bullishness. So after I've kind of got my general bias, I'll then drop down to the 1 hour. So, and I'm going to keep it real simple because it is actually extremely simple. So so that was actually the high of my actual main like draw, that where I was wanting to see a reaction and see if price was going to push in that direction. So how do I find my entry? So what I generally do is I'll get the fib and I'll go from the low of the previous day to the high, and I'm not too bothered about these levels, but the main one I'm looking at is the 50% level of that range. Is price closing below it? Is it respecting, and are we seeing signs of continuation? That's literally all I'm looking for. And as soon as I see a sign, like we've got obviously on the 1 hour chart, 1 hour time frame, as soon as we see these closures of bullishness, and you've got a nice rejection there, it actually sweeps a low as well. So it's like that really is like, okay, price doesn't want to go lower. Oh, it's closing higher. It's taking out these highs, but it's closing above. I would expect this to continue. So at that point, we have two options really on how you can enter. So you could literally just enter off the closure. It will obviously affect your risk to reward at that point. So what I like to do is, usually after a bit of an impulse move up, wait for either retracement or consolidation, and I want to see happen again on the lower time frame. So as you can see, this 15-minute, you could have gone from this candle and thought, oh, we're going to go lower. Then we consolidate, and then we sweep, and then we close above. So to me, that's just a perfect entry. And obviously, my main draw was this high here. And in the end, I think I did have it at that, but it kind of like, well, obviously you can see it looks like it might have tapped that, but in reality that you wouldn't have been taken out. So I like to just kind of aim for a 1 to 2, and I'll let it ride. And that is honestly the 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 breakdown of the whole thing. And you know, this happens a lot more than what you might think. It's not one that you trade every single day, but I think, like I say, I've taken two trades this week. One on UJ, which I will show you as well. Very, very similar. I think my entry was actually on a 5 minute. But if I go on to daily, as you can see, we had that big bullish candle closure. Then, do apologize. I went on to the 1 hour. We were respecting the mid the 50% of that bullish day. We also swept on the hourly. We did another internal sweep, and then yeah, like it's just you've got to be reactive, I guess. Sometimes you're not going to get a clean entry, but if you see a buying opportunity, you've got to just kind of go for it, and that is basically it. So yeah, really short video. Not going to overcomplicate it. Just rewatch it if you need to, or you're not sure. Drop a comment if you have any questions. Cheers.